Peace, this is Brother Tim coming at you direct, and I'm here right now to talk with you about the proverb of the week. Now, the proverb that I selected for myself is neglect of duty to self, brothers or sisters, create spiritual imbalance. And the knowledge holder, neglect is the empowering of imperfection. Imperfection is an attack of many forms, the greatest safeguard against which is the inner head. Now, one of the things that I wanted to focus on this week and in the proverb of the week is breaking it down. So we're going to take the first part of that, neglect of duty to self, brothers or sisters, create spiritual imbalance. When we neglect our duties, right? What is a duty? A duty is a sacred obligation, something that you take upon yourself. Now, there's certain types of obligations or certain type of duties I want to talk about. A certain one I want to talk about. We all have regular obligations. As men, I have a certain obligation. As women, we have certain obligations, right? But what about those sacred obligations that we take upon ourselves? Those promises that we make to ourselves. Those are the obligations that bring us respect. And I'm going to say this, without duty, there could be no respect. If you don't carry a duty within a community, if you don't carry a duty, if you don't have a duty or obligation within your life, you can't get respect. Why do you respect somebody that is not responsible for anything, right? There's no way you could get it. We got a bunch of people running around our community talking about they want respect, they deserve respect, but they're not obligated to anything. They don't have a duty towards the community. They don't have a duty even towards themselves. So how are you supposed to move? Now, but this proverb is so powerful because it talks about what happens to an individual, what happens to a group, what happens to a family when these sacred duties fall to the wayside, when this duty is not being carried out, when duty is being neglected. When duty is being neglected, it creates a spiritual imbalance. And I got a question for you. What's going on in your life? What's going on in our community? We have a spiritual imbalance. And this spiritual imbalance, as it says, allows imperfection into the community. And this imperfection attacks us in many ways. And because I don't have no obligation to myself, to my community, to the area where I live, because I don't have any obligations, I don't have to protect it. I don't have to stand up. I can just watch everything decay around me. You know why? Because I'm not obligated to do anything. Because it's not my duty. I haven't stood up and taken my duty. Being a man, being a woman means that you have risen and taken the sacred duty. Taken a sacred duty. Made an obligation, right? Pay attention to your obligations because your obligation is your hustle. And according to Gye-Nyame Journey, we say your hustle builds muscle. And that's all the time I have for the proverb of the week. This is Brother Tim, and I'm out.